Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the Rooster. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we will be doing readings every day for all the Chinese Zodiac personalities. Today is Monkey and Rooster Day. And we will be back tomorrow with the Dog and the Boar. In fact, the only day that we don't do a reading is on a Sunday. Unless I do the Dog and the Boar on a Sunday. I'm going on a tangent, but there's videos every day. For today, this is for the Rooster people. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick 3 of these Chinese Oracle cards. We're going to match up the compatibilities and see how your week is going. I do shuffle with my eyes closed because I don't want the black and the white to influence my decision. Because the black is negative and the white is positive. However, white isn't always all right. Black isn't always an attack. It's all about the compatibilities. Let's stop there. Let's take that one from the bottom. Let's take that one from the middle. Let's take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got the black to begin with and we've got these 2 whites to end. Now, that's not necessarily a bad spread. Then it's never really a bad spread. But we are starting with the black. Black isn't always an attack, however. It's all about the compatibilities. However, that is a very bad card for a Rooster. That's the worst card you could get. The rabbit is your conflict. It's your direct conflict. They're the conflict lines. Everybody has one, and yours is with the rabbit. If you want to know more about the conflict lines, hit that subscribe button because we will be doing videos on that in the future. It's also a catalyst card, another thing that we're going to do videos on in the future. But that catalyst card means there is change now. There is change happening and it's going to happen fast. You may not like it. It may not be something that is going to be what you would necessarily say is good change. But there will be change. And I think right now, I think you've had to avoid arguments. You've had to avoid getting involved in petty disputes and communicating or having dialogue with people that are committed to misunderstanding you. Right now, you're laying out all your cards on the table and you're saying, this is how it is for me. And if you don't like it, then I'm going to walk. And you are a Rooster person. So I bet you really do mean that. When you put your cards on the table, you do it sincerely and you do it meaningfully. Right now, you haven't got time for subtleties. You need to know what's going on and what's happening and where exactly you stand. And that's what it is. Where do you stand? Where have you been? You know, who's dragging you through what and who's trying to push you where? There could be some negativity coming your way, or at least there has been, and you've had to get through that, animosities, conflicts and things like this. But the rabbit is brilliant, even if it's just for that catalyst change that is going to happen very quickly. And before you know it, we're going to jump from this phase straight over into this phase. Better. Look at that. One of the best cards that the Rooster could get. So we've literally gone from this negative rabbit, which is the black rabbit, which is the worst card for a Rooster person, straight to one of the better cards for a Rooster person, which is that snake karmic card. If you want to know more about those karmic cards, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscribe button because we'll be doing videos on that in the future. But the snake and the rooster are also in the same affinity triangle. And that infinity triangle is of the thinkers. And if you want to know more about that, yep, that's right. Hit the subscribe button because we are going to do videos on all of this. The catalyst cards, the karmic cards, the conflict lines, the affinity triangles, all of that, even the soulmate connections and all of that. So if you are interested in the Chinese Zodiac, then do hit the subscribe button. But the snake and the rooster go very, very, very well together. They're like soulmates together. This is a good card for you because we're looking at a karmic change, universal. It's not just a catalytic events or catalytic kind of moments. It's also karmic, and this is universal. Now, balls are now rolling and things are now set into motion. You got that snake there as well as that thinker card saying, you know, you've had some thinking to do, yes, but you know, you're coming out on top. You are coming out on top now. Right now, being outspoken, right now, sharing your opinion, this is all good stuff. This is what's going to create this solid foundation as you move into this catalytical kind of change karmic space. The atmosphere may change around you. The environment might switch up a little bit. You may feel a shift, but you are going to come out on top. And it's because you've been able to say, this is what the problem is. This is my issue. I am not happy. And you are getting listened to. You are getting listened to. And people have respected this. People have basically shut their mouth and said, you know what, you're right. And it's because you've taken control. I think last week we were talking about being the disciplinarian, being that kind of taking control and putting people in their place. Well, it looks like because of this, the change has now started to drag through this forecast, bringing you into this space right now where it's easier for you to express yourself knowing that you are being listened to. You've been heard. And I think it's always easier to speak or to speak up or speak out when it's being listened to and when you feel heard. If everybody was ignoring you or talking over you, then it'd be quite demoralizing. But right now, what is happening is good. You're moving into this good phase. You're moving straight into this time of the horse. Again, the horse, it's not a bad card for you, and it's moving forward. It's the white horse, so it's progressive. It's moving forward. It's moving out of this phase into a fresh phase, into a fresher phase, where you're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel like a weight has been lifted. You now have the upper hand. You are now in control. You are now the commander. You have basically cracked the whip. You've put it all on the table and said, this is how things are going to be from now on. And people are listening. You are now the commander of your own little army, whether it be in the family, friends, relationship, work, it doesn't matter. You are a person who is critical. You are eccentric. You can be argumentative. You know, you're adventurous. You want to be independent. You want to go out there and be industrious and research and learn and educate yourself. You are a person that has your life where you see yourself going, not where you are, but you live your way as you mean to go on. When other people around you are not doing this, when other people around you are taking the piss, that's when you need to step in. That's when all of your quirky sort of traits and who you are, this personality, this is when that comes into play. That's when it's now for you to say, this is enough is enough. This is what I would say a time of putting your foot down, and people are actually paying attention. They are paying attention. They're listening. They are starting to say, all right, we were wrong. Obviously, you know what you're doing. Teach us, help us. And there will be times where people will look upon you and look for guidance, look for help. And you can choose to be critical and you can choose to be argumentative. But for research purposes, the way that you try to learn and the wisdom you try to gather, see it more as a challenge of gaining experience with dealing with these people rather than trying to shut them out. I mean, we got this catalyst card. Yes, change is pushing forward, but I don't feel that this is a big part to play in this. This is early on in the week. I'm talking conflicts and arguments and all sorts of things before. We've jumped through that. We've hopped over. And now we're into this card, these two cards here, which I do feel is a very good push forward. Think about it though. Use that mind of yours. Use that mind of yours and navigate the obstacles, because you are going to be moving forward. You are going to move forward whether or not you like it or not. You are going to be pushed because these two cards are going to push you. This will keep you grounded. The snake's going to keep you grounded, but the rabbit is going to force that change through anyway, and the horse is going to push you forward from that. This is a good setup of cards, and I do feel that as the week goes on, it's only going to get better because you're being recognised and you're being listened to, and people, you're finally being heard. And we'll find out how that goes for you, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for the Rooster people. I'll be back tomorrow or maybe Sunday. We'll find out with the readings for the dog and the boar. If I don't see you then, I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.